I was standing at the counter in that busy coffee shop on Fifth Street yesterday. You know the one, Alex, where the line is always out the door and the espresso machine is screaming?
Oh, I know it. It's loud. You have to shout just to get a latte.
Exactly. So it was my turn to order. The barista looked at me, tired and in a hurry, and said, "How are you doing today?" And I just froze. My brain went completely blank. I wanted to say, "I'm doing well," or "I'm good, thanks." But instead, I just looked at him and said, "Yes."
Just yes? To a how are you question?
Just yes. He waited for a second, looking confused, and then I felt my whole face go red. I felt like such an amateur, like I didn't even know the first thing about speaking. I ended up just pointing at a muffin and paying as fast as I could.
That feeling is the worst. It's that hot, prickly feeling in your neck when you realize you said something that just doesn't fit. We've all been there, Emma, honestly.
It stayed with me all day. I kept thinking, why did I say that? A native speaker would never just say yes to that. It felt like a big sign on my forehead that said, I am still learning.
Well, you're in the right place to talk about it. Welcome to Pod Studio. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Today, we're looking at those little moments, those mistakes that feel huge when we make them, but are actually just part of the journey. We're talking about things native speakers don't usually do and how we can navigate those awkward waters.
It's about feeling more at home in the language. So just sit back, grab a coffee, maybe don't say yes to the barista, and relax with us. Before we start, if you want more fun English podcasts like this, hit the subscribe button right now and join our English learning family.
It really helps us grow. So, Emma, that coffee shop moment. It's interesting because it wasn't a grammar mistake, really. It was a social mistake.
Right. It's about the flow. One thing I notice a lot, and I used to do this all the time, is the way we use the word please.
Please is good, though. It's polite.
It is, but sometimes we use it too much or in the wrong place. For example, have you ever heard someone say please when they didn't hear what you said?
Ah, yeah, like a question. Please?
Exactly. Native speakers almost never say that. If they don't hear you, they say sorry or pardon or even just what was that? Using please there sounds, well, it sounds a bit like a textbook.
Pardon is a good one. It means, I didn't hear you. Can you say it again? It's a very safe word. You can use it with your boss or a stranger. I think we over-rely on please because we are afraid of being rude. We use it like a shield.
I get that. I have a friend who's learning and he puts please at the beginning of every sentence. Please, can I have water? Please, where is the bathroom? It's not wrong, but it sounds a bit like a child asking a teacher.
That's the tension, isn't it? We want to be polite, but we also want to sound like adults, natural adults.
Right. Most native speakers just put please at the end. Can I have a water, please? It flows better. It feels less like a formal request and more like a conversation.
I'm going to try to move my pleases to the end of my sentences today. It's a small shift, but it feels more relaxed.
It's funny how one word can change the whole vibe or mood of a sentence. Speaking of flow, have you noticed how people say goodbye?
Oh, tell me. I always just say goodbye. Is that wrong?
It's not wrong, but goodbye is actually quite heavy. It sounds very final, like you were going away on a ship and might never return.
That's a bit dramatic, Alex.
It is, but think about it. When you leave a store or hang up the phone with a friend, do you really say goodbye? Most people say see ya, or take care, or have a good one.
Have a good one. I hear that everywhere. In shops, at the bank, even at the doctor's office.
Have a good one just means have a good day, or have a good evening. It's very flexible.
It covers everything. I used to be confused by one. Have a good what? 1 apple? 1 hour?
No, it's just a placeholder. It means the thing you are doing right now. If it's morning, it means the day. If it's Friday, it means the weekend.
That's much more natural. Whenever I hear someone say a very formal goodbye to a cashier, I can tell they're thinking very hard about their English. Native speakers are lazy with their endings. They want to keep it light.
Exactly. Keep it light. That's the secret.
I struggle with that sometimes, keeping it light. I feel like I have to be 100% correct all the time or I'm failing.
I think that's why some learners avoid using fillers. You know, those little sounds like or well.
But teachers always tell us not to use those. They say it makes us sound unsure.
In a speech, maybe, but in a real conversation, if you speak perfectly with no pauses, you sound like a robot. A native speaker uses well to start a sentence all the time.
Like, well, I'm not sure about that.
Exactly. Well gives you a second to think. It's a signal. Another one is I mean.
I use I mean when I make a mistake and want to correct myself. Is that how you mean?
Yes. If you say, I'm going on Tuesday, I mean Wednesday, it sounds so natural. Native speakers change their minds mid-sentence all the time. It's not a mistake. It's just how we talk.
That makes me feel a lot better. I always thought correcting myself was a sign of weakness in my English.
Not at all. It's a sign of fluency. It shows you know what you want to say and you're adjusting.
I had a moment at work last week where I did the opposite of keeping it light. My boss asked if I liked the new project, and I said, I am very much enjoying the tasks and the responsibilities.
Wow, that sounds like a legal document, Emma.
I know. As soon as I said it, I wanted to take it back. He just blinked at me and said, cool, glad it's going okay.
Tasks and responsibilities. You sound like you were reading your own resume.
I was just trying to be precise, but a native speaker would just say, yeah, it's great, or I'm really liking it so far.
Liking it. That's the key. We don't often use enjoy in casual talk about daily work. Enjoy is for a fine meal or a beautiful sunset. For a project at work, it's good or I like it is plenty.
It's that tension again, being correct versus being natural. Sometimes being too correct makes you sound more like a stranger.
It's like wearing a tuxedo to a backyard barbecue. You look great, but you're definitely not fitting in with the people eating hot dogs.
That's definitely how I felt in that meeting. Let's talk about another one. This one is about responding to thank you.
Oh, I know this. You're welcome.
Right, that's what the books say, and it's fine, but have you noticed what younger people or people in casual settings say?
They say no problem or no worries.
Exactly. Some older people actually don't like no problem because they think it implies there could have been a problem. But for most of us, no problem just means it was easy for me to help you.
I like no worries. It feels very warm, like don't spend any energy worrying about this small favor.
It's very common in Australia and the UK, but we use it in the US too. If someone says, thank you for the coffee, and you say, you are very welcome, it sounds a bit grand.
Grand, like a king?
A little bit. No problem or anytime keeps the friendship equal. Anytime is a great one. It means I would happily do this for you again.
I like that. It's like an invitation to keep being friends.
Exactly. Can we talk about something a bit more uncomfortable?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Well, I sometimes get confused with fine and good.
Ah, the fine trap.
Yes. Last month, my friend asked how my dinner was at that new Italian place. I said, it was fine. I meant it was good. I ate everything. But she looked disappointed. She said, oh, only fine? Was the pasta dry?
See, this is a classic. To a native speaker, fine often means okay, but not great. It's like a 5 out of 10.
But in my language, the word for fine means excellent.
That's the danger. In English, if you say a movie was fine, it usually means you were a bit bored. If you want to say it was good, you have to say it was really good or I loved it.
So fine is actually a bit negative?
It's neutral negative. It's what you say when you don't want to complain, but you aren't happy either. If your partner asks, are you okay, and you say, I'm fine, they usually know you are not fine.
Oh no, I've probably been telling people their gifts and their cooking are just okay for years.
Don't worry. People usually understand from your face, but it's a good one to watch out for. If you like something, use a stronger word. Great, wonderful, or even just a very enthusiastic good.
Good, with a big smile. I'll remember that.
It's all about the energy you put behind the word. You know what else I see learners do? They use friend for everyone.
Like everyone they meet?
Yes. I met a friend at the grocery store when it was actually just a person they recognize from the neighborhood, or my friend when talking about a coworker they don't even like.
That's true. Native speakers are actually quite specific, or maybe just more distant with those words. We use someone I know, a guy from work, or an acquaintance.
Acquaintance is a long word.
It is. It just means someone I know a little bit, but we aren't close. But usually we just say, a person I know.
If I say my friend, it implies we go to each other's houses and share secrets.
Exactly. If you call everyone your friend, it can feel a bit intense to a native speaker. They might think, wait, are we that close?
It's a bit of a cultural difference, too. In some cultures, everyone is a brother or a friend. In English, we keep that word for a small circle.
It's funny how we protect that word. It's a special category.
I'm thinking about the coffee shop again. If I had said a friend of mine is the barista, it would sound like we hang out on weekends. If I say I know the guy who works there, it sounds more natural.
Perfect. You're getting the hang of the social distance in the language.
It's a lot to think about. Sometimes I feel like I'm walking through a field of tiny traps.
But they aren't traps that hurt you. They're just different paths. Nobody's going to be angry if you call a coworker a friend. They might just be a little surprised.
That's true. It's not a mistake like a grammar error. It's more of a misunderstanding of the feeling.
Exactly.
Let's shift a little. What about the word must?
Oh, must is very strong.
I hear learners say, you must come to my house, or you must see this movie. To me, it sounds like an invitation, but I've been told it sounds like a command.
It does. Must is for laws and very strict rules. You must wear a seatbelt. If you say you must see this movie to a native speaker, it feels like you were giving them homework.
Homework? That's the last thing I want to give my friends.
We usually use should or have to for recommendations. You should definitely see it, or you have to check out this song. Even though have to sounds strong, in this context, it just means I really recommend it.
So have to is friendlier than must in an invitation? That's so strange.
I know, English is weird like that. Must feels very top-down, like a boss to an employee. Have to feels like I'm so excited about this, I want you to experience it.
You have to try this cake.
Exactly. That sounds like a great friend. You must eat this cake sounds like a doctor's order.
Eat the cake or you won't get better.
Exactly.
I think I've used must in emails at work too. You must send the file by 5 p.m.
Ooh, yeah, that might make your coworkers a little grumpy.
What should I say instead?
Could you please send the file? Or if you could send the file by 5, that would be great. We love to use if and could to make things softer.
Making things softer. That's a good way to put it.
Native English speakers, especially in the UK and US, often avoid being direct. We wrap our requests in a lot of soft paper so they don't poke anyone.
It's a lot of paper to carry around.
It is, but once you learn the pattern, it becomes a habit.
Let's talk about how do you do?
Oh man, does anyone say that anymore?
I learned it in my first English book. How do you do? I am fine, thank you.
Emma, if you said how do you do to me at a party, I would think you were a character from a movie set in the 1800s.
Is it really that old?
It's very, very formal. I don't think I've said it once in my entire life.
So what do people say when they meet for the first time?
Just nice to meet you. Or hi, I'm Alex.
And the response?
Nice to meet you too. Keep it simple. How do you do is a ghost word. It exists in books, but not in the real world.
I feel like I've been lied to by my old textbooks.
Textbooks want to be safe. They teach you the correct version, but the correct version is often the one nobody actually uses. It's like learning to drive a car by reading a book about how engines worked in 1950.
That's a great image. I'm driving a 1950s car in a 2026 world.
Exactly.
There's one more thing that always trips me up, using teacher as a name.
Oh, like saying, excuse me, teacher?
Yes, in many countries, that's very respectful. You call your teacher, teacher.
In English-speaking countries, we actually don't do that. It sounds a bit, well, it's just not the custom. We use their name, Professor Smith or Miss Jones, or in an informal class, just their first name.
Calling a teacher teacher sounds like you forgot their name.
A little bit, yeah. It's like calling a waiter, waiter. It's a bit impersonal. Using their name, even if it's Mr. Brown, is more polite.
I see. It's about the person, not just their job title.
Right.
You know, Alex, talking about all of this, it makes me realize how much of language is just feeling.
It really is. It's not just about the words. It's about the space between the words, the way we sit, the way we pause, the words we choose to hide behind.
I used to feel so much pressure to be perfect, but hearing that native speakers are lazy or indirect actually makes me feel better. It's okay to be a little messy.
It's more than okay. It's human. When you make these mistakes, people still know what you mean. They aren't judging you as much as you think they are.
I think I'm my own toughest judge.
We all are. But think about it. If someone came to your country and spoke your language and they used a slightly too formal word, would you be angry?
No, I would think, wow, they're working so hard to speak my language. That's amazing.
Exactly. People feel that way about you, too.
That's a nice thought to hold on to.
It's the truth. The fact that you're even worried about being too polite or too formal shows that you care about the people you're talking to, and that care comes through no matter which word you use.
I'm going to try to be a bit more lazy tomorrow. Say, have a good one and no worries.
I love that. Give yourself permission to just be.
Softly, have a good one. It feels good to say.
It sounds good, too.
Thanks for this, Alex. I feel a lot lighter now. Like I can go back to the coffee shop and if I say something silly, I can just laugh it off.
And if the barista looks at you funny, just remember, he's probably just tired and thinking about his own tasks and responsibilities.
Probably.
We've covered a lot today, from fine being not so fine, to the must of recommendations, and the ghost of how do you do.
It's a lot, but it feels like things I can actually use, not just rules to memorize, but ways to connect.
That's what Pod Studio is all about, connection.
Well, I think that's a good place to stop for today.
I agree. It's been a good one.
It really has.
Thanks for listening to us today. We hope these little tips make your next conversation feel just a bit more comfortable.
Take your time with it. There's no rush. Language is a long road, and it's better to enjoy the walk.
We'll be here for the next part of your journey.
Take care of yourselves.
And have a good one.
Bye-bye.
See ya.